Morning. We're here with our student of the week.
So, Sharavius,
And today we're talking about the top Santas in DFW and how to handle loss in the family around holidays.
Music, and then I will
So
kick
enjoy.
off with a commercial. And then after the commercial, we'll go into the teacher of the week. We'll do 2 segments of the teacher of the week. When we come back from the first break, we'll do Lori, her inspiration. So I'll bring it in and we'll cue it and go from there. And then Dr. B will talk about how to handle and cope with the loss of a loved one or a traumatic experience during the holidays. And then we'll finish up with Callie talking about the best Santas to visit in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Yes.
Too bad we don't have a picture of Callie sitting on Santa's lap.
I told Malaysia when we go to the mall, we have to do
it. We know the best Santa. We've been going to the same Santa for 11 years.
Where?
Fairview.
Fairview.
Yeah, they're rated the
He's
number
called
2.
the big guy.
Yeah,
the big
guy. Is that Tristan?
That's his trademark or registered.
Randall and I endured cheerleading together.
Oh.
That's how I met Randall. I used the word endured, but he became even more foolish when his daughter got into Vines and Play-Doh and was actually like coaching.
I was the cheer coach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just retired end of last year.
Yeah, wisely so.
Well, and now I'm the math department chair. So,
Which you should be.
So, yeah, so it was...
Trade one extra responsibility for another.
That's exactly what I did. So, I mean, but it wasn't in anticipation of the chair. You have to like kind of give them plenty of time when you quit cheer because it's very hard to find a replacement for that. And so I told them right after winter break, and then at spring break, our department head said she was stepping aside, and so that position opened up, and I tried for it. So.
Well, and let's be honest. I mean, you've done so much work with curriculum, and Randall really is an unbelievably fantastic teacher. Not to mention a great man.
Yeah.
You can tell already. We have fun in our classes. We do. Just got done having a little pre-break contest in my calculus classes, where everybody takes photographs of plus C. It's the integration constant. Anyone familiar with that?
I am not. Tell me again.
Yeah, it's anytime you integrate, you have to include this plus C. And so a few years ago, I made this little photo contest up, or artwork contest where students could work in plus C somehow in a piece of art, in a photograph, and turned it into a little submission, and then I hang all of them up. Been doing it for a number of years. I finally got all the rest of the calculus teachers in our school on board to do it, and it's for a prize. You have to have fabulous prizes for motivation purposes, and so had a few one really never before happened. A kid did a cover of a Creedence Clearwater Revival song with lyrics to plus C and played it live on his guitar in the class for his submission. So he won in that class, yeah. So.
Did you have that videoed?
I videoed it myself,
cool.
Yeah. So I could show people. But that took a lot of courage to get up there in front of your peers.
Especially those peers.
Especially those peers.
15 seconds. Well, Dr. B, good morning. We are here at DFW with On Point with JP and Dr. B, and it is Christmas time, Dr. B.
It is, and we're getting closer and closer. I may have to start shopping pretty soon.
Oh, no, Dr. B, hold on a minute. You're a man. Men don't start shopping till the 24th. Come on
there
now.
You go, there you go.
I don't know if I've heard, 10 days before Christmas, you out shopping? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling better. You know what I'm saying to you?
So you're coming out of that stupor.
Coming out of that stupor, I believe that maybe I can wait a day or two longer.
That's exactly right. You're a man. Men don't shop until the 24th. And on Monday of next week, we're going to have the Galleria in, and we're going to have Holly tell us all about those last-minute shopping gifts that you can run out and grab. And so we want to make sure that you and I are in studio that day to listen to Holly so we can take note.
I always enjoy having Holly on the show, and I'd forgotten that she was coming on. I'm relieved.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all are terrible. I got all my shopping done in October. So y'all need to y'all have to do it early from now on.
You know, first
it's so
of all,
much relief.
Callie, you don't understand the fun challenges of what men go through.
It's so
Stressful. Oh, for us, it's a game. It's almost like a challenge course. Can you navigate through the mall and find the exact gift that she doesn't want?
Until the mall closes.
Absolutely. Well, then we go to CVS and Walgreens.
There you go.
CVS and Walgreens are bound to have
Get her a
something late at
candy
night.
bar and a magazine.
Well, you can also always go, you know what?
There's an idea, a candy bar and a magazine.
Absolutely. The other fun part was always going to like a hardware store that was open 24 hours a day to find something, or an automotive store. I remember one year I had a friend's dad. We had spent the night, and it was like the night before Christmas, and all the families were getting together. And he's like, you know what? I forgot to get your mother something. So he loaded us up in the car and went to Chief Auto Parts.
Oh my gosh.
to find the perfect Christmas gift for her.
What weight oil did he give her?
Yeah. You know what I think he ended up getting was one of those remember I'm young, so this is one of those old school Black & Decker car vacuums that you could plug into your cigarette lighter.
What says love more than a Black & Decker car vacuum, right?
But honey, you can plug it right into your car.
That's exactly right. I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, come on now.
Oh my God.
Well, we here at JP and Dr. B, we think that families are pretty precious, and so does Michael Curran. Families are precious. We love and protect them, yet life happens. Sometimes we need a specialist to go to bat for us. If you or a loved one is in need of legal assistance, get help from someone you can trust. Michael D. Curran is a specialist in family law and criminal defense cases. Michael has practiced law here for over 20 years and will help you deal with any legal matter. Need legal counsel you can trust? Call Michael Curran at 972-569-8484 or visit collincountylegal.com to learn more. Your initial consultation is free with Michael D. Curran. Well, so anyway, so we're starting off the show, I think, absolutely right, and that is, if you're a man and you're listening, which more than likely you are, don't go shopping yet. What were you thinking?
Wait till Christmas Eve at like 5 o'clock. That's what my dad does.
Well, at least wait till after Monday's
Wait till
show.
after Monday's show, that's right.
And then Holly can tell you exactly what it is you can do to go out and absolutely find the most perfect gift on Christmas Eve. Of course, the last time we had her on the show, she said that the most money that Tiffany's makes is on Christmas Eve. Everybody goes for the little blue box.
Mm-hmm.
It works for me.
Yeah, it works for her too, doesn't it? Well, folks, I am super excited because Tuesdays mean that we have our student or teacher of the week on, and I will tell you that I personally nominated this gentleman. He is by far one of my most favorite math teachers. I wish that I could have had him when I was in school as a math teacher. I didn't get my first great math teacher until college, and he is still teaching college algebra, I might add, and along with all kinds of other fun things over at UTD and at Collin College. But this guy right here, if there's anybody that can take your child who absolutely deplores math, hates math, thinks they're no good at math, me, can turn your student around and turn their attitude towards math around, because that's how engaging and how connected he is. So I'd like to welcome to the show this morning Randall Curry. He is a math teacher at Plano Senior High. Good morning, Randall.
Good morning.
And so, Randall, I'll tell you, what got you started into teaching, and God bless you for doing it?
Well, I was a corporate trainer for many years after I graduated from college and worked abroad, and circumstances changed and relocated back to the United States, and my degree was in mathematics, and I always wanted to actually use my degree. In my first career, I did not use the math degree, but came back to the United States, got my teacher certification, and started using my math degree for what it was intended for, and that was to teach. And that's what I ended up doing, and still doing it, and loving it, and enjoying it.
So you're teaching in the high school right now, is that correct?
Yeah.
So what made you choose that? I would think that in teaching math, that might be a harder group. Sometimes by then they're, entrenched in, I hate math.
Yeah, they're hard on themselves. I was.
And I just wondered if, what made you choose that?
I think it's just being around kids that age. First of all, they get my humor. Any younger, and the humor kind of goes over their head. Not that I can't deal with the elementary school kids, because I love teaching them as well, but you can be really yourself, and I love to make a lot of pop culture references in class, and they're just really tuned in. That age kid is really tuned into those kind of things, and again, it makes it fun for me. So.
You mentioned that you had worked overseas for a while. Where did you work? What countries?
In Japan.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Very good. So, do you find that it brings any of that culture or experiences there into the classroom to help with the math teaching?
I'm sure it does in a way, but I don't know, maybe the overall dedication that I saw there kind of transferred over there, and my wife's Japanese too, so that culture is very much a part of our family, so that did help make, I guess it does make a contribution in that way.
Now, Randall, how long have you been teaching over at Plano Senior High specifically?
We're getting close to 9 years now.
9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and you've had your own, one of your own children. In fact, maybe two of them now going through Plano Senior High.
Yeah,
right?
currently, I had my oldest daughter. She graduated from Plano Senior, and my middle daughter is now there at Plano Senior, and my son will probably be going there as well. I mean, I went there. So.
Now, of course, the sad news is I don't think they're allowed to take you as a teacher. Is that right?
No, they can't.
So they miss out on this great experience as a math teacher, but I guess they have you as a dad, so that may make up for it.
Right. Maybe they'd like to trade me in for another dad from time to time. Yeah, I think they reluctantly ask me for help for homework. I think they'd rather attend the tutorial with their teacher.
Rather than with dad.
Rather than with me, yeah. They're a bit more understanding than I am, probably.
Probably so, I imagine.
Yeah, even though, you loved your dad, can you imagine being in class with him? It would be difficult.
Devastating might be the word, I guess. But, so Randall, talk to me about what would be some of the 10, let's say 10, of course I'm going to say 10, I don't expect you to give me 10, 3 or 4 maybe, tips that you can offer parents to encourage their student to embrace mathematics and to maybe see mathematics a little bit differently than what our stigma is as a general community.
Well, I think the biggest thing, and I've told parents this before, never say to your child, oh, I was never good at math, honey. If you say those words, you have given your child a built-in excuse. Well, mom and dad, they weren't good in math, so probably I'm not good in math. And, everyone uses heredity, and it kind of makes sense. You're good at math, your parents good at math, so then you must be good at math. Your parents good at sports, you must be good at sports. So if you say to them, oh, I was never good at math, I hated math class, do you really think your child is going to say, you know what, mom and dad, they hated math, but I love math? So that doesn't happen. It's like there's such a big impression that parents make on their kids, and if they just, that little offhanded comment that they make can just really, cause the kids to build up that wall against mathematics. So that's the big one.
And that's going to resonate, right? I mean,
yeah.
If you talk about that when they're in 8th grade, like let's say you're sitting down with your kid to do some elementary school math, which has dramatically changed, might I add.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in elementary school I did a lot of times tables, division tables, addition and subtraction tables, and worked on that. Now it's all become reading. It's all word problems.
Oh, yeah.
But if you start telling them when you sit down at the table with them, don't with their math, well, I can't figure this out, I hated math anyways, that's probably not a good way to start their math career.
No.
And so, what other suggestion might you have right before we go to break for a parent? What could they do to encourage their child?
Work with them if they have any kind of problems, or encourage them to seek out help. Tutorials at school, every level